Enjoy your
extra big-ass fries.
You didn't give me no fries. I got an empty box.
Would you like another?
Extra big-ass fries.
I said I didn't get any.
Thank you. Your account has been charged. Your balance is 0. Please
What?
come back when you can afford to
Oh,
make
no,
a purchase.
no.
I'm sorry you're having
Come
trouble.
on. My kids
sorry
are
you're having
starving.
This should help you calm down. Please come back when you can afford to make a purchase. Your kids are starving. Carl's Jr. believes no child should go hungry. You are an unfit mother. Your children will be placed in the custody of Carl's Jr.
So you wanted that $25 to $30 minimum wage for fast food workers, and you got it. And all of us said, you know what's going to happen? The kiosk memes were flowing. The memes about robot stores were flowing. And now Burger King has taken a step up. Everyone's acting upset about it. Everyone's saying it's dystopian, but I see it as something different. I see it as the end of the fast food cashier permanently. It is the end of this job, this entry-level job that taught a lot of Americans money management. It taught them how evil taxation was, and they taught them responsibility about being on time for work. There's a lot of good that happens from working a fast food job, especially let's say it's a stopgap. You're trying to work between jobs. You got bills to pay. You're trying to get a little extra money for Christmas for your kids, and the people that eat at Burger King or other fast food. They serve a valuable purpose. Nobody in 2026 eats at Burger King or McDonald's and thinks it's healthy, okay? So this whole, that's garbage, elitism is cringe and dumb. And it's just, you know what? Sometimes people, they're running errands. They got to get some lunch, all right? Sometimes people got to take their kids from school to soccer to taekwondo, and heaven forbid, they stop and get a Happy Meal, okay? It is what it is. But over the years, fast food has morphed into this thing that is no longer affordable, that is no longer exciting, that is sad, dystopian, ordering from a kiosk, no longer, the smiling kid working their first job. Now we have Burger King launching an AI chatbot that will monitor their employees live to make sure they say please and thank you to customers. People are like, they're spying on their employees. That's not what they're doing. They're training a bot to replace them. This is what you get with $30, $40 minimum wage demands. That's what you get. There is no, there's just no other way around this. Nobody sees it for what it really is. The Verge put out this article. Burger King will use AI to check if employees say please and thank you. AI chatbot Patty is going to live inside employees' headsets. Burger King is launching a new AI chatbot that will live in the headsets used by their employees. The voice-enabled chatbot called Patty is part of the overarching BK Assistant platform that will not only assist employees with meal prep, but will also evaluate the interaction with customers for friendliness. Like back when I was young, we had secret shoppers, right? And if you were an absolute hero, if you worked, like when I worked retail, I got the secret shopper one time and I got a perfect score. But we all knew, like when there was a secret shopper in the area, all the managers knew, and they were like, oh, hey, just so you know, there's been secret shoppers out, so everyone be on the lookout. Here's how they might look. Here's what the kind of questions they would ask, this, that, and the other thing. This is no different than that. They're just managing it in real time. But the real purpose of this, if you can see just a little bit past your nose, okay, they're just going to replace everybody that works there with AI chatbots. They're going to say it's more personal than a cold, lifeless screen. You get to talk to Patty. And this is a rod of their own making. Would greedy corporations have always, taken advantage of AI to cut costs? Yeah, they would have. Are they going to lower their prices because they fire these people? Nope. That's just not how corporations work, especially when they're publicly traded. But Burger King's not even close to the only person that's been using AI to very bad results. Now, the OpenAI-powered Patty serves as the voice of the BK Assistant platform, which combines data across drive-thru conversations, kitchen equipment, inventory, and other areas of Burger King business. Employees can ask Patty questions such as how many strips of bacon to put on a maple bourbon BBQ Whopper, or for instructions how to clean the shake machine. Now, back when I worked retail and I worked food service, and most everyone I knew was first jobs were food service. Mine was at a place called Omicron. I think the restaurant's still open. It's a Greek restaurant in West Bend. Then before that, I worked at a place called Cafe Istanbul. And after that, I worked at a restaurant called Risky Business. And then I worked at Big Mouth Pizza. All right. Like, you got trained. I think this is more of like a tool when you have, employees that require constant training. I don't know, Burger King may be building a chatbot into employees' headsets, but it doesn't seem like the brand is ready to widely launch its AI drive-thrus yet, something we've seen chains like McDonald's, Wendy's, and Taco Bell attempt. Now, if we go back to Taco Bell rethinks their AI drive-thru after man orders 18,000 waters. Taco Bell is now, in one clip, a customer seemingly crashed the system by ordering 18,000 water cups, while another person got increasingly angry as AI repeatedly asked him to add more drinks to his order. Since 2023, the fast food chain has introduced a technology to over 500 restaurants in the U.S. with the aim of reducing mistakes and speeding up orders. Wrong. The aim is to reduce cost and increase profit. AI still makes plenty of mistakes, as we've seen here. But, the mistakes, it's like when Walmart put in the self-checkouts. You don't think that Walmart knew that it was going to be used by garbage people to shoplift? Of course they knew that. Of course they knew that. But they realized that the shrink and potential theft from self-checkout was less than it would cost to pay a cashier to be there every day. So they did it anyway. Taco Bell's chief digital technology officer, Dane Matthews, told the Journal that deploying the voice AI has had its challenges. Sometimes it lets me down, but sometimes it really surprises me. In particular, Mr. Matthews said there were times when humans are better placed at taking orders, especially when the restaurant gets busy. We'll help coach teams on when to use voice AI and when it's better to monitor or step in. The issues have been building online as disgruntled customers take to social media to complain about the service, with many pointing out glitches. One clip on Instagram has 21.5 million times shows a man ordering a large Mountain Dew, and the AI voice continually replying with, "And what will you drink with that?" It isn't the first time bot orders. Last year, McDonald's withdrew AI from its own drive-thrus after tech misinterpreted customer orders. I mean, this is a thing across every fast food. Chipotle uses AI. McDonald's uses AI. Taco Bell, Wendy's, Juicy Patties, never heard of that. This is not about, by the way, making things easier, right? This is about lowering costs.
Have you ever gone to the drive-thru only to drive away with your order incorrect? There could be an AI solution to that problem, and it is coming sooner than you think. Fast food restaurant chain Bojangles is partnering with the tech company Hi Auto to roll out a new AI-based ordering system in all of its drive-thru locations, following a test run of 50 stores that showed the artificial intelligence got the order correct more than 95% of the time.
It's a production line. If there is a mistake, the whole production line breaks. And so the key for the success of this technology is accuracy.
The system isn't purely run on AI. It also relies on human input to help it learn and become more accurate. And so far, it's getting high marks from employees who call it Bolinda and say it makes them feel less pressure when dealing with customers.
You reduce pressure and they are happy and they are staying so that your service is consistent.
Yeah, this guy sounds like he should own a restaurant called Bojangles. All right. I mean, again, AI is not going to make our lives easier. It's going to make it more complicated. But what it's going to do is it's going to add a level of profitability to these corporations that they're just going to put in their pockets, right? Like they're just going to put it in their pockets. And it's true. Like these people say, I can't remember the last time I had a good fast food experience. Granted, I only eat it maybe once a year. support Maha, sure. Fast food is great. It depends on the restaurant. Want people to have jobs, Jack in the Box. You know, I think that ultimately, you know, you have Tate here from...
The people that are dining at these Burger Kings are the mentally ill. Fundamentally, they're the mentally ill of this
I assume he's being facetious. I assume he's joking.
country. The mentally ill of the United States are the ones dining at Burger King, and then the people that are working at the Burger King are, again, slack-jawed derelicts, delinquents, tramps, I would say, by and large. So,
I mean, I assume he's joking. That's not who works at my fast food. There's a McDonald's by my house. There's nice ladies that work there. They're there every day. They work full time. You know, I don't see a lot of derelicts. Now, maybe in the big city, you know, you go into Milwaukee, I bet you it's all garbage people working at McDonald's. But you go into Milwaukee, it's all garbage people working everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, the people that work fast food are a function of the people that are in the area at the time. Now, of course, Twitter is saying, you know, Burger King launching AI chatbot. They're saying it's the end of the world. Does it also listen for cussing and slurs? Everyone's going to get fired. Getting a lot of mileage out of this image. Sweet, man-made horrors beyond my comprehension. Not a bad thing if viewed objectively. Most employees have terrible customer service. I don't think so. Burger King can't make their ice cream machines work, but suddenly they've built Skynet for manners. Yeah, okay. I can see why people don't like it, but they're going about it all wrong. This isn't about fixing the human staff's manners. It's about training an AI bot that will eventually replace them, thanks to an accelerated timeline. They're always going to do this, but this is an accelerated timeline brought on by, you know, insanely high demands for more and more wages, like in California. They're just going to be all AI in and out. You know, you're going to walk through, there might be one dude in the back making 70 grand a year cooking everything, but outside of that, these jobs are gone, and with them will go yet another entry-level job that helped teach America's youth responsibility and financial responsibility and showing up on time and how taxes work and things like that. And it's a bad thing. I won't celebrate when these jobs go away. I don't think it's good for us. I hope you're informed by this video. If you were, please do leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, please subscribe or follow down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.
Carl's Jr. Fuck you. I'm eating. Welcome to Carl's Jr. Would you like to try our
Extra big ass taco.
now with more?
Molecules.
Hey! Is this particular individual the unfit mother?
Me? No.
Okay. This particular individual is unscannable.
Listen, I can explain, okay? I was in an army experiment. Would you
Yeah,
just
that's
stop
enough
so
of
that I
your
can
bullshit,
explain? You
son.
gotta let me talk. Ow!
Joe was arrested for not paying his hospital bill and not having his UPC tattoo.